Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your friendly neighborhood Deepadork, and welcome back to Korpus, Buried Over the Black Soil, a horror game where what you read affects the reality around you. Last time, we entered a house in order to appraise it for the market, and instead we found an etymologist, a dead body, and a shadow made of bugs that we had to close inside of doors by following a floating bell. This time around, we are now in a study, and we're about to explore the second floor of this old house. Okay, we had read that last time, and that's what unlocked the door. That was a little creepy. Get out of there, silly skeleton. Yep, the path downstairs is still blocked by these boxes that, unfortunately, since we don't have a jump button or legs that would work, we can't get down. Can't even push this to clear the way. Looks like we are locked on the second floor. And there is no physical way to ever get down there. Honestly, if I was in this situation, I wouldn't even worry about that. I would hop over the banister, I'd grab the railing, and then just walk down the stairs on the outside. Did any of you do that as a kid? My mom used to call me Monkey Boy because I climbed everything. Happy to say that has not changed as I've grown older. Locked. Darn. But alas, this is a horror game. And horror game victims, or main characters, are not known for their creative solutions. Only the ones that survive are. Just double-checking the paintings. The journalist spends most of his days inside his office at the end of the dark hallway. The door is always locked and nobody is allowed in except for him. I wonder what could be so secretive to warrant such strictness. All you can hear from behind the door is the distinctive clicking of his typewriter. I couldn't imagine him living without it. That's all in caps. Maybe it's important. No, that's locked. Let's listen to the clicking of a typewriter. Perhaps that's what we need to find now? Interesting. It's a gun. I don't see Chekhov's name on it, so I don't know if we're going to use it. When the journalist hasn't secluded himself in his office, he can usually be found in the lounge upstairs, apart from the servants. Dead animals surround the walls. They make me feel uncomfortable. It feels like they are watching me. He's got a cigarette between his fingers more often than not. The smoke is making my eyes sting. Typewriter, cigarette. Understood. Is the light bulb itself? Well, that's a quirk of the engine. The light bulb itself is casting a shadow on the outside of the shade. Now I heard the belonging of a new door opening or something changing. Are we locked in here? Yes, we are. Typewriter, cigarette. Here's the washroom. Every couple of days I had to wash him. I never got used to it. At first, it was difficult to be so close, yet so formal with somebody you barely knew. As I slowly grew to detest him, the bathing sessions didn't become any easier. He seemed to be disconnected from the rest of the world. I don't think he ever talked to anybody but me, not even on the phone. Typewriter, cigarette, phone. Banana phone specifically. One of the other servants is quite handsome. During the breaks, he keeps fiddling with a small case filled with all kinds of insect-related things. I find it kind of endearing. There is something weird about this house, though. I can't quite put my finger on it, but sometimes it feels like things aren't in the place you remembered them being in. Okay. Still locked. Ha. It swapped the two rooms. That's funny. Okay, so it was buckets that would pour into the pipes and then would be tossed into this bath, which has a drain, but no drain down there. So I can only assume that they drained it directly onto the floor and let it just puddle. Okay, next note. Sometimes when walking into a room, it feels like the room isn't supposed to be there. Was the lounge on the right or on the left? Nothing makes sense anymore. Okay. And that's what I thought. Oh, I hear breathing. So our stamina is limited. Alright, we have double lounges. Oh, and a new blog. Did something change? The difference is the way forward. Okay. I see paintings. To deer. Chekhov's gun. This painting is crooked. Cigarette, typewriter, phone. Painting. Chekhov's gun. Painting is crooked. It has horns. The other one did not. Thank you again, Ghost Grandma. Whoa. I guess we're just here now. How old those towels must be. He's been talking to me during the baths. It has been going on for a couple of months now. He talks about the horrible things going on in the world and how lucky I am to be here with him. I think the sole reason of these bathing sessions is to manipulate me. He's being successful, I'm forced to admit. It feels like the events in the bathroom are following me everywhere. What bathroom events and how are they going to follow me? The difference is the way forward. Okay. 2 buckets, a chair, 1, 2, 3 towels, 5 things on the desk, 2 buckets there. Let's see if we can spot it. It's the bucket. Excuse me, sir, can I borrow your bucket? This would have been another equal, but very subtle difference between the 2 bathrooms. I like that there's an extra little blood spot right there. You would stand here, he'd grab the door handle and then open it up before continuing. And he just dripped a little extra. Just a bit. Alright, no explanation of what that was there unless he was really forcing the door open. But it was a push door. Alright, still nothing that way. Let's go to the office at the end of the dark hallway. Or it could be locked. Professor Vassal, and we tore it off the wall to check out the back of it. Why do we have the option to rotate things. It has to come into play, otherwise why have it at all? Alright, is there a note that we missed? Not that I see. I must be missing something. I was. Today, after the bath, I left the room to take care of some other business. When I came back, I came across a scene most horrible. There was blood everywhere. What had happened? Who was responsible? I had to follow the bloody trail to find out. The checkpoint reached. And we're downstairs. In the kitchen. Handprint where the gentleman was stumbling. And then he just stops moving here. Okay, developers, that was clever. You have to stand. Okay, I guess you can see it from these angles, but I like that. It felt like the days started to blend together in this house. I often found myself standing in a room forgetting how I got there. Another checkpoint reached. This is starting to unnerve me more than any monster would. What could have happened that deserves yet another checkpoint? And who keeps on spreading all of this jam all over the walls? Yeah. There's some strawberry jam there. There's somebody with the world's messiest PB&J right there. And he didn't want to share it with anybody. That's why he boarded over the windows. Okay. Interesting. Hey guys. Okay, so they will fade in and out. Well, this is kind of creepy. I want to try something. What happens if we go off the path? Anything? No. Nice little blood design. I'll get to that. The key to his office was right within my grasp. As soon as I grabbed the key, I could feel his evil presence approaching behind me. As I turned around, I felt like he stopped. He was there, but I knew he couldn't be. All I could do was keep facing him if I wanted to make it out alive. That is why I waited to grab the key. I don't know which way he is. I'm guessing that this is the way to go. Well, this is going to stink. Actually, if that's a dead end to a chair, which I know that it is, then it probably was there to trick me. And it almost worked. Oh, this is a very clever puzzle. Oh, you can see his footsteps. Alright, let's just... Is there anything down there? Looks like there might be. Whoa. Got a little too close. He breathed on me. And it was gross. Is this the right way? Or is this the right way? No, it's not a note at all. It's just the back of the chair. They all glow like notes. Let's let them get real close. Okay. I guess we'll just keep on backing this way. I've been in worse positions. Come on, you goober. Oh, stumbled into something. Still stumbling into something. Oh, dear. Well, I guess that works. Oh, and because I was behind the chair, it counted as a wall, so he got to get real close to me. That was a pretty darn long. Seems like a pool area. Has all the tiles of one. Oh, don't tell me we're at the beginning again. Well, that's just silly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you may experience a jump skip while I do this, but right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We have a wall with an arrow. And we're gonna sneak underneath it. I don't think he can follow us, but he's just a bunch of footprints. So, of course he can. We are still touching just the left wall, but I'm walking backwards, so it looks like the right wall. The chairs count as walls themselves, blocking line of sight for some reason. So if we touch a chair, he's very excited. Come on in, bro. Oh, getting too close. Excuse me, sir. That's quite rude. Is that another chair? Man, when we duck down, we duck down. That is pretty darn low. Okay. Well, darn. It looks like that was another path that I was supposed to go through. Well, I hope that's not the case. Here we are. That is indeed the case. So this section is a little bit longer than I expected it to be. It's not a bad thing or otherwise, just leaves me wondering where the next exit is, how I'm going to get out, and if I'm there yet. Mostly that last question. Oh. He's right there. Well, that's fine. But we do have to go this way. I think we do. Unless I'm terribly lost again. And I'll end up at the beginning of all of this. Yet again. Nope, there's a page. You stay right there, good sir. The journalist is dead, or at least he should be. Nobody survives after losing so much blood. He was committed to keeping his secret safe, even in death. Well, now I hear breathing, but I don't hear much more. I see all of these ghosts. Let's just close that bathroom right there, yeah. These shades being everywhere is a nice touch. After days of searching, I finally found the keys to his office. It's funny, for some reason I can't seem to remember how I came across them. Fancy that. It's a little unnerving as I hear breathing right in my ears. So I guess we go back to his office. Unless the keys are actually in there. But we have one. I'm anxious to finally know the truth. His life's work. What could be so secretive? It couldn't have possibly been worth living all these years in seclusion. Another checkpoint has been reached. Well, maybe now we can go in? Still locked. All right then. What else do I have to... Oh, this is the long, dark hallway. Well, here we are. Oh, this is a nicely well-lit area. No windows, so I bet he was depressed. Lacking all that vitamin D. I personally would hate having a desk where I was sitting with my back to the door. And these aren't even windows, it's just a backdrop. Okay. Now everybody quiet, we're under a desk. I'm standing in his office. After all this time, there's nothing to be found. No answers to anything. I get the feeling that he can't have been working alone. It's like there was a bigger machine behind all of this. Okay. Oh, interesting. I can travel between the two places. Well, it's kind of like a cubicle area. Or a place right out of the back rooms. Same objects over and over. Not really repeating, but it's all the same. At the same moment. Well, that's just lazy. They should at least pick up the chairs. His desk, hidden among many. That damn old maid, Olena, keeps snooping around. The more she reads, the more she discovers. That damn old maid, Olena, keeps snooping around. The more she reads, the more she discovers. By carefully reading through everything, one can gain seemingly infinite amounts of wisdom, even if it means retreading through old phrases to return. I made sure to destroy all the evidence on this floor, didn't I? Let's find his desk. Even if it means retreading through old phrases. Is this the old phrase? No. But after reading that note, if we just take a quick look, no. Okay. Hello, everybody. You are a haystack, and I am a needle. I'm looking for a needle. I'm not actually a needle. Wait a minute. Phone, typewriter, cigarette. Not fan. Okay. Not fan. Has a fan. Also has a fan. Notes typewriter. Close. No phone. No cigarette. Alright, everybody. I am a silly butt. This is what I missed. Crawling underneath one desk and another desk to get to the other side. Although we did find his desk, at least the one that was there the way that it was described. His desk hidden amongst many. Well, now we're here. And where is here? And why was this hidden? Here we are. The government has given me a purpose. My task is to deny, cover up, and lie about the events that took place here in 1933. To drown out the enemy voices, as if it never happened. I will live here, right at the epicenter, amongst the vermin. They will be too scared to do anything. I will dedicate my life to fulfill this goal. At the end, all my efforts will be rewarded. I remember to destroy all the evidence, right? You forgot that letter that you took out and glued to the inner side of your desk. Classic mistake. The number of mystery novels have been solved just because the killer glued something to the wall and forgot to take it down. Okay. All right, I'll do it. I knew there was something more behind this. The journalist was directing all of it from his office in this remote village. All that just to hide and deny what really happened. What could have been so horrible to warrant such an effort? I'm closer to the truth than ever. This makes me think a little bit. If he's worried about the maid discovering things and snooping around, why doesn't he just fire her and let her go? Then she's not allowed in the house. She can't read. She can't snoop. And you are A-okay. I have a feeling we're getting close to the end, or at least another checkpoint. We're in the bug room. My husband confessed the murder to me. There were no other options, he explained. Not after what he did to your family. We had to make the body disappear. Vassal used some kind of flesh-eating insects to clean the body to the bone. Together we destroyed every evidence of him ever existing. Poetic justice, he said. Now his skeleton hangs in the corner of the study, hidden in plain sight. He told me that the journalist had something to do with the faith of my family. They lived here when I was still a little girl. No wonder this place seemed so familiar to me. Vassal wouldn't tell me what had happened to them. I had to find out myself. Checkpoint reached. Alright, everybody, I think we're going to pause this right here. Now that we've reached another checkpoint, I have a feeling that we're not yet at the end of this tale. Every single time that I think that the tale is wrapping up, it's not, and there's more to it. Last time I thought that we were pretty close after we had the bug man chase us into this office right here, only to have him disappear. But boy, was I wrong. There is so much more left, there's so much more to go, and there's so much behind us. Overall, my hat's off to the developer. There are a couple of spots where things are a little obtuse. Why tell us about the phone, cigarette, and typewriter if the desk that has those three things, the one that you can find immediately, isn't the one that we're looking for? I did manage to find my way through those desks, but it wasn't necessarily very easy. And for everybody watching, I did spare you the journey that I had to take in order to discover that. Overall, though, I'm really liking this. The story is compelling. I like how the outside world is shaped by the notes that we find, and how well all of this is paced. So we're going to leave it here, as I said. Join me next time when we will continue and perhaps conclude this. So once again, my name's Deepadork. You can feel free to like, subscribe, or, what I like, leave a comment for me. Those I greatly enjoy seeing. So for everybody, I hope you all take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.